What's up, everybody? It's your charmingly provocative, politically incorrect, cultured, charismatic, and amicably gracious host, Mitchell, the one and only. Some of you may recognize me from the hookup culture community, and today we are at the corner of Northeast 2nd and 79th Street, visited by the late Anthony Bourdain, actually. I'm going to give you guys a quick little food review in between deliveries at the B&M Market and Grocery. So a bit of an orientation is in order, real quick. Obviously, I'm in my quarantine attire, like the button down's a little stretched out. I got the bandana going on, and the outdoorsman Ray-Bans too. And I'm well equipped, but I haven't really deviated from the greater picture, and how this integrates within the hookup culture community itself is it still gives us a dash of culture. As everything kind of slowly opens up, we're in the middle of this pandemic going on. Supposedly there's this nasty virus called the coronavirus, COVID-19, and a lot of the restaurants have subsequently closed, so it kind of put a halt on really the flow of what I wanted to do. But basically, as of right now, a lot of the reviews are relegated to food trucks, a lot of places that are really famous for takeout, such as this one. So I'm going to peep this one out real quick, and I'm going to get the same dish that he got, based on my modest research. And that's going to be, cow foot stew. And the food has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Food has arrived. So it's been sitting here for a solid minute, 30-something seconds. I probably exhausted the whole paparazzi look already. Let's go ahead and dig in. So I got the exact same dish as Anthony Bourdain did, except I didn't settle for the whole garden mix with the whole Italian or ranch side. I just got their cabbage. I want to see how respectfully they treat these, you know. These very basic greens that can just be turned into a cultural masterpiece, really. And you got the cow foot stew with the rice and peas.
Oh shit! You ready for bro?
Delicious. SoFlo. Very, very fluffy, like large, but still like grainy, like very forgiving. Like, yeah, rice and peas mix. I don't know if it's the same kind of sauce that they use for the brown stew. Yeah. Delicious. Okay, so that piece practically melted. It's very fatty too, and I can tell the quality in the rice and peas. I don't know if it's in the stew itself or if it's in the rice mixture. I don't know what the hell like kind of construction they got going on in the bag. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, the addition of cooking with coconut milk makes an extraordinary difference, and you can taste it. Wow, this is intense. Seriously. I feel like chewy would be... It's just a kind of texture that doesn't suffice for this kind of meal. I mean, I don't know. I've never actually had cow's foot before, so this is completely new to me. Totally new to me. Give me a sec. So I found this bottle of hot sauce. It's actually behind the phone. I managed to prop it up behind the salt chick. I don't really know what this is, but I'll sample some of it. We'll give it a hit. It's in a Hidden Valley Ranch empty bottle container. Was that rude of me? I don't mind a bit of a kick, you know? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the restaurant reviews are going to go as following, as of right now, within the following criteria. The overall atmosphere of the place, the vibe. Is it inviting? Is it friendly? This one's kind of a hybrid. It's a takeout place and a market, so I don't really have, it's not really my place to speak upon Jamaican produce, you know, the kind of stuff that you use. I just know a handful of dishes. You got your curry goat, your oxtail, your brown chicken stew. That's one of my favorites, hands down. The curry chicken. Conch is pretty popular, I believe, in that area. But this is actually more of a medley of Caribbean influences from Trinidad, Guyana, Jamaican, obviously, with this particular dish. Who the fuck is blaring the horn outside? It just comes with the Miami territory. But this is actually nestled within, towards the northwest region of Miami, maybe towards North Miami. It's actually starting to rain too. But this is in Little Haiti, so it's probably one of the greatest things to come out of Little Haiti, actually. You'll occasionally bite on a clove. I believe it's coriander, I forget. It's one of these little seeds, but yeah, I think it's clove, actually, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a little seed and it crushes to it. It fragrances the, it gives a nice little peppery taste to the rice and peas. So I felt like I just bit into a bouquet of cauliflower. It's soft, but it hasn't been like blanched enough to where the flavor escapes. Everything is retained in there. Everything is so soft. But still with plenty of texture. It's just decadent as hell. This is absurdly delicious. I mean, we're knocking them off the fucking park here. Yeah, it's a pretty chill place, like, especially if you're just looking to get it really stoned, you know, and have some takeout that's pretty much going to sustain you as far as, you know, a caloric intake goes, you know, with a good amount of soul in there, some protein. Certainly not the kind of food that you should abuse, but the kind of food that you take a good, soulful, down-to-earth kind of girl to share, enjoy with, relinquishing the experience. It's just an explosion of softness, and you just feel nurtured in every bite. It's not even overpowering at all, as I thought it would be. It's just, it kind of just cradles you. Yeah, truly a phenomenal freaking experience, everyone. So this is located at Northeast 2nd and 79th Street here in Little Haiti. Like, it was crippling. I had to get me one of these things. We got these ginseng sodas, right? Made with all these other ingredients. It's a good pick-me-up, really good pick-me-up. There's a nice malt taste to it. This one has a really deep flavor to it. This is really nice. Almost like a caramel kind of taste to it. But it's got this like citrus zing to it, right? So it picks you up. Almost like comparable like to the level of that of like maybe a like a softer energy drink. But anyway, I had to chase that. I had to chase that down. Like I was gonna fall into a coma if I didn't have one of these sodas. So yeah, B&M Market and Grocery. This place gets 2 thumbs up of approval. It goes to the double date factor as well. I could have had 2 more people with me, 3 more people with me. Like, definitely the place to take to Acuity. It's a bit too soon, you know, for a first date. Something like a second date or something like that if you want some soul food, like some Caribbean soul, as I like to call it. Yeah. Truly, truly a phenomenal fucking experience. Subscribe! 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 Subscribe!